Welcome back to another futures trading recap for Monday, December 2nd, 2024. The time is 8:05 a.m. Eastern as I'm making this pre-market part of today's video. I'm Sam and I trade the E-mini futures. This part of the daily recap video is where I show the levels of potential support and resistance in the SPY that I've identified for the day. During the open session, these levels will serve as a basis for how we enter trades in the E-mini futures. Notice there is a zone on the board today. That's the area between the levels and the dashed lines between 603.30 and 603.85. Right now in the pre-market, price is around 602. They've climbed to 602.40 currently. We still have an hour and a half or so before the market opens. Because everything is still very bullish in the big picture, I believe that if they can get price above this zone, then the bulls will be in a better position to drive price higher. It's still likely they'll run into overhead resistance on their way up, but the odds are they have a destination higher up somewhere. These levels that we're using to trade against in the E-mini futures are really for relatively small and simple base hit scalp trades for about 4 or 5 S&P points. If things develop in real time that tell us a bigger move is developing or that a trend change is likely, then maybe we can try to pull more points out of a trade or two. Right now, they're at all-time highs and probably want to go higher for a while. After the closing bell, we'll revisit this same chart to talk about any trades taken during the day based on these levels and look at how the day's profit or loss stacks up in the bigger picture and dig into the tracking log. Catch you on the other side. Well, we did not need very many levels today, did we? Just pretty much went flat in the zone. I'm going to zoom in and we're going to look at two areas where the SPY came into the extremes of this level, right here and right there. Those would have been the tradable areas. After giving the market 15 minutes to settle in, they were under the bottom of this zone. So here's 945 down here somewhere. So they came back up into this zone and you would have wanted to go short. At the level, they got to a high of 603.27. 3 pennies away and fell down pretty fast. This green line here would be your profit target. That's 4 points, the equivalent of 4 points in the E-minis. So that, in my book, is a near miss. I'm not going to trust the level again. Although it did work if you were to go short here, but we're not going to count this trade because it was a near miss by the rules. So you're not doing anything until the spiders get up to the next level. They went through it by 1 penny. The high was 603.86. That is the ideal price action to trigger a short trade in the E-minis, and you're looking for 4 points. 603.45 is the equivalent of 4 points in the E-minis, and they would have given it to you if you chose to take this trade and take just a base hit. That level is satisfied, and that's the only thing that would have been available if you were playing by the rules. I'm not sure I would have wanted to trade the bottom of this zone for a long trade when they came down to it here. Plenty of time had passed from the last time they got out of this level all the way to when they came up to it again. But each time they attempted this level, again, from the other side, they got within this 20-cent threshold. That's the lighter blue line here. So I'm not sure I would have trusted this for a recycled trade. It worked, as you can tell, but I'm only going to count this one trade here. If they do this a number of times, get within 20 cents of a level for a while, I don't know if the last time they're going to do it, they're just going to fall down and go lower. I did say this morning that if they got above this zone, they probably would go higher. They really weren't acting like they were going to do this at this point. This is a big consolidation at play all day long, and generally with another ingredient or two, this could have gone higher, and they may still go higher, but they really couldn't get above very much. Currently, they're at 603.63, so they're still in the middle of this zone, which we identified early this morning. One official trade is what we're counting for the tracking log. So this is the daily chart. We know where we are in the bigger picture. We've looked at that last week. The monthly chart is just a big green up candle from November. But let's not forget where we are on the weekly chart, and let's just work our way down. I'm looking for signs and signals that something can happen. And there's nothing really on any of these larger time frames. Here's a 2-hour chart, 1 hour or 60 minutes. Seems like they've got a destination higher up. Back to the 1-day chart, daily chart. Where is that destination? Well, there is something that I noticed. I think it was on the 4-hour chart. Not sure we can make anything out of this, but the timing it's taken them to go on this run up here to this tiny little doji candle on low volume could mean something. They could pull back a little bit, but we're not getting any big conclusive signals or clues on larger time frames that they have anything else planned other than grinding higher and going up. Unless something happens between now and tomorrow morning when the market opens, that's what we're faced with. Still in a bullish market. Hard to argue that fact. This is the playing by the rules log where you had the near miss, came up within a few pennies. Not going to trust it again. This was the easy trade, or I should say the trade that worked playing by the rules for one base hit, so 4 points, and you can see where that landed. Depending on number of contracts traded, these are E-minis. If you're trading the micros, just divide these numbers by 10. And on the Sam's trades log, no trades taken. Pretty busy day at the office. I need to get back into the driver's seat and make some more trades. Probably tomorrow, later in the week. We'll see how things go. But it's just been busy lately. So that's it for this recap. Thanks for watching. I hope you found some value in it. I'll be back tomorrow morning with new levels, a new game plan. Hopefully we'll get some more clues about what they're going to do. But until that happens, we can only assume they've got a higher destination and they're going to continue to climb higher until they get there. See you in the next recap video. Have a great rest of your day.